Alright, this is just an experimental video. I know the camera sucks on here. It's my laptop. It's pretty bad. And I can see now why lighting in a video, how important it is when you put lights in front of you and they're shining on you, because when you have it in the background like this, it's hard. It makes it really bad. And then when you don't have no light in front of you, it's very bad quality. So, but yeah, first things first. First things first. See, every time I get on here, the reason I'm doing this video, every time I get on here, every time I press the record button, I just get a different feeling than when I'm just sitting here thinking for myself. And it's just stupid. I don't know why I can't get used to pressing record. Can't get used to pressing the record button. It's not that I'm being something that I'm not. It's just, it just feels peculiar. If I don't know I'm being recorded, like if I could just be recorded at all times, I wouldn't even give a shit. As long as I could take those recordings, like when I'm sitting here either kind of talking to myself or I'm doing whatever, if I could take those recordings and go through them when I knew that I was doing something that I didn't feel like I was being recorded, then it would just be a better video, because it's not like I'm on the spot, like lights, camera, action, and it's like, okay, well, you feel like you're forced to do something. You feel like you're forced to go, oh, talk about something. People have to hear. People are so in a rush to hear. People's attention spans are next to nothing. So, you gotta hurry up and talk. You gotta think of something. If their attention spans ain't meant, then they're gonna click off your video and you're not gonna get no views, and you're not, people ain't gonna give you a thumbs up and all this shit. I don't care about that. I really don't. Even though I would like the support for my channel to get out, I need that support. I need those donations that I get, because that helps me out in my life. And this is what I give. So if people give a donation to me, that's just basically you giving me your time, like I'm giving my time on these videos. And then another thing that annoys me is looking into, I don't even know where the hole for this camera is. I can't even see it on here. It's, I think, right there. I think I see you, right? Yeah, it seems like it's right there. I don't know. This video is a little late too. I don't like that. I don't like how when I move my eyes and I can see my own eyes when I'm moving them. But anyway, whatever. This is just a video shooting the shit. I am not trying to. I am getting myself more used to recording myself so that I don't feel like this awkward, different thing in the back of my mind. It's like, just let it be. It's okay, who gives a shit? The camera's on. I'm recording. Some people can never get used to this. Some people, every time they're being recorded or they're put on the spot, it's like they freeze up and don't know what to do. And that happens with me a little bit. I have that little bit. That's what it's kind of like. It's like a little bit of a freezing reaction. Like it's, ready, set, go, lights, camera, action, do what you're going to do. And this is always a problem I had when I was younger and people wanted me to do something they would try to record me on their phone, because I used to be a nutball. I mean, I still am a nutball. I still am crazy, but they used to want to record me on the phone singing and freestyle rapping and just acting like I was acting, doing like weird voices like SpongeBob and all this shit and acting like Michael Jackson, and I did so much crazy shit. It's my I still am like that, but I don't do it nowhere near as much as what I used to do it. So when they used to do that, I would be doing what I was doing naturally. I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't being forced to do it. People weren't like, okay, Nate, now do what you do. Do what you do. Come on. We want to hear it, Nate. And I would hate when they would do that. And I wouldn't get mad all the time or get discouraged. But there was a time where there was times where I did, and it just felt uncomfortable. And I either wouldn't do it. I would usually do it, but when I did it, it wouldn't be like if I wasn't being recorded. It wouldn't be like if I wasn't thinking that someone was kind of forcing this thing upon me. Like, okay, come on, we're waiting, we're expecting you to do this, Nate. Uh, Come on, we need your enjoyment. We need your wild attitude to lift us up or whatever. And that's a burden that I used to have, is that I always used to think I had to impress people. I always and I wanted to make people feel good. I wanted to be the life of the party, and I was at one time. I was the life of the party. And sometimes it was awesome. Sometimes things went a little awry, and sometimes I kind of regretted some of the things I might have did, and sometimes I look back and I'm like, I really do. I just cannot believe some of the shit that I did myself. I really can't. If you could have a time reel of my life, which will never happen, you would just see some of the shit that I did, and you would be like, this guy is nuts, but I love him. Like, we need him around. Call him. Where is Nate? And that's kind of how I used to be. But something happened to where I was putting myself out there so much, and I was always the guy that was coming around. I was always the guy that was, even though people would call me and people would say, hey, Nate, what are you doing? We come around. We want you here and whatever. I was always the guy that I kind of had to put on this smile and kind of be the strong one and be the comedian and be all these different types of things. And I just got tired over time. And then when I had my concussion, that messed up my personality completely. My personality completely changed when I had an head injury, a severe head injury, severe head trauma. Everything changed. Everything. And the medication I take, it helps with that, but when I don't have it, I'm completely miserable. You wouldn't want to probably, not that I'm deliberately trying to be an asshole or be that way. You can't have an expectation from me at any time if I'm not, if I'm miserable, like when I wake up, just let me be. You could do whatever you do. Don't worry about me. You can do whatever you do. But when I wake up, let me be. Let me do what I do. Let me get organized. Let me drink my cup of coffee. Let me do what it is that I have to do. Don't force anything upon me. Don't expect anything from me. Don't have expectations. And this is what a lot of people think. Like in the morning, you're just supposed to automatically say, oh, good morning. And, oh, good morning, like the Enzyte commercial. Get Enzyte. get insight, you know what I mean? And you'll get up. You know, it's just baloney. You know, it's baloney. It's like you gotta let people do what people do. You cannot force nothing upon people. You can't tell people, hey, look, this is what I do, so you should do it. See, everything is like a two-way highway in life. There's people that see this, any word that you use, respect. You want someone to respect you, but it's just how you interpret things. It's how you see things for yourself. You can either see someone is, oh, they're disrespecting me, or they have respect for me. It's just all interpretation. It's all discernment. It's all the individual and what they're thinking. But see, we can never force that upon anybody. We can't make somebody see what we see. And this is something I had to learn. And how can I say this? It's not hard. It's not hard, but it's weird when you're thinking one way your whole life, and then you kind of see that you don't want to think that way, but you kind of still do think that way a little bit, but you go, I don't want to do that for the sake of my health or the sake of me not doing something to get myself into a bad situation. It's just there's so many different ways and angles to go about when people are saying things. And I'm going to end it with this. Like if you watch a video of mine from 5 days ago, 5 weeks ago, 5 months, not 5 years ago, because I only had this channel for about 3 years. Something like that. Close to it. It's almost 3 years. You cannot expect that person to be the same way that they were just 30 minutes ago, let alone 5 days, 5 weeks. And there's going to be people that they'll watch my older videos. And I thought about deleting some of my older videos because that's not me anymore. It's not me anymore. So when people watch these things from 5 days or 5 weeks or however long ago, that is not how I am now. So you and we can't have expectations for people at all. You cannot have expectations for someone like me, especially because you're not going to get what you're expecting. It's just not going to happen. I'm either going to be up, I'm either going to be kind of level, or I'm either going to be just you know, and that's how I was a couple weeks for the last couple months, ever since my Aunt Tammy died, and I told y'all in one of my videos. I got back into that mode of kind of feeling sorry again for everything. And I know this completely switched topics, but this is how I think. I can't help how I go about doing this. But it kind of, I was feeling sorry for myself a little bit. And I was feeling sorry for everything. And I got back in that place of shame and guilt, and on top of being sick and everything, it was just a really bad time. And that's what I vented out at that time. That's not how I am now. That's not how I am right now. And then you're like, oh, you're completely different. This guy, he's fake because he's acting different today. You know, and I haven't put out my other side yet on. And when I say other side, then people think you're nuts. People think, oh, this guy's crazy. Oh, this guy, he was being this way yesterday. Now he's being this way today. And yes, I kind of like talking like this in a way. Maybe I should start making videos where I'm talking like this and acting like another individual. You know, see, it's It's like spontaneousness. It's don't ever expect anybody to be anything. Spontaneousness is is. I'm not going to say it's anything. I'm not going to give it a label. I'm not going to say it's good or bad. I'm not going to say that this song feels warm and touching and this one, well, no, I will maybe call a song warm and touching because that's my interpretation of it. That's my view on it. That's what I discern it to be. It doesn't mean that everybody's going to discern it that way. This is what we got to get out of our heads. This is the thing that we have to get away from, is thinking that other people are going to be thinking what you're thinking that they're thinking. Boom, 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 boom. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And there's a lot of other things I need to talk about, and I'll talk about in other videos. I just want to say I appreciate the support, both with subscribing to my channel, and if you donate, them donations help a lot. A lot, a lot. They help very much. And another thing before I end the video, if you got this far in the video, I might mention it in an earlier time, at an earlier time in another video. But here's why I haven't been responding to comments. I'm not responding to comments anymore because I need to focus on myself. I need to focus on what I'm doing. I can't go off the opinions of others. I can't, and still comment. Do whatever it is that you do. Whatever it is that you're going to do it. But for me, I can't start worrying and focusing and going by what other people say and what other people want me to do, or any of that kind of stuff. I just can't do it, and I won't do it no more. You know, so I'm not getting it. It's nothing against anybody. See, this is where you should be able to discern this for yourself, that it's not against anybody. It's just I have to do what I do. It's my channel. It's my outlet to vent. And I appreciate that you're here for yourself. I appreciate that you're here for yourself, not for me. Even though you may help support, you may help support this channel, you're not really here for me. You're here for you, but the thing is, here's the catch-22. We're all the same. We are all a part of the earth, the universe, everything. We're all a part, and I'm not talking about no spiritualism here. I'm not talking about religion. I'm not talking about anything. I'm just talking about we are all one, but we have different ways of thinking that something is, interpreting things differently, categorizing things differently. And my back is getting sore sitting like this, but I'm about to end the video. This light is really whatever. And see, this is comfortable. See, I can do videos like this more comfortably than when I have the phone like this and I have to walk and stuff, and then my arm starts hurting. So this is better. I just wish the camera was better. So, and another thing, I got a new cheap phone that is a decent phone for being really cheap. And of course, I got the wrong type of phone. It doesn't take my carrier. It's a pain in the ass, but I will be making better quality videos than this, even though I'm going to end with this. If you, whatever it is that you have, even if you have this like I have, use it. If you have a microphone that's $100 and it records, use it. If you have a piece of music gear that you can make music with, use it. If you have a cheap computer like this, use it. Don't wait until you get some $3,000 piece of equipment. It's not going to help your production. It's not going to help anything. The only thing that it will help, it will give you sounds that are, your type of sounds that are better sound, quote, better sounds, but it's all up for discernment and interpretation. But that's, and it will help you to maybe organize your beats better than cheaper gear, but it's not going to make a difference. The only difference I see is better sounds with more expensive gear. That's the only difference I see, and maybe the connections on it. So don't dull yourself, because if you have a piece of paper and a pen, you can draw. If you have materials around you, you can build something and put something together. Anything. If you have a cheap phone, you can use that to do whatever it is that you might do on these platforms. So anyway, that's it for now. This is SBN Resonate. Y'all already know that, but sometimes I like just saying my name, because the name is me. You know, I thought about changing the name. I thought about just changing my YouTube to my original name, and I might do that, but there's just something about this Somebody But Nobody Resonate. It's just it's me. And I was going to say identity, but I don't have an identity. No identity. No identity. There's no such thing as an identity, because I'm all things. So that's who I am. And just be who you're going to be. I mean, it's simple. You don't need all this extra stuff. You don't need all this extra New Age spiritualism that they're putting out and all this religious stuff. I mean, if that does something for you and that helps you somehow, then you do that. But what I'm saying is, there's other resorts, there's other ways that you can go about your day and doing things to keep your mind off of stuff. And you know what? I shouldn't even have mentioned that. I shouldn't even have gone into that. I shouldn't even have said that at the end of the video. That probably just ruined the whole video for a lot of people, but I'm going to get into that in another video. So I'll let y'all go here. Thank you for watching. Blast off. Yeah, I love this shirt. So, all right, y'all. Later on.